nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot.
Hey, 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 how is everybody doing? All right, y'all, how is everybody doing today? It is so dang on hot, y'all, in Atlanta. So wherever y'all at, it is hot as heck down here. So I've been trying to stay cool. Now, I had told y'all last week that I was going to do lives on like once a day. Yesterday, I had did like an impromptu live and I had, did some stuff on the Diddy case. And I'm so over that. But we're going to do these, I would say, at about 6:45. Let me know if this time worked for y'all, because I know we had talked about it before. Just to see what time, will work better for y'all. Now, I don't know if y'all been watching Basketball Wives. Now, I have been watching it. I have not really been talking about it because, in all honesty, it just seemed like the last storylines that they kind of keep pushing. Okay. So I didn't really talk about it. And I had did a little video earlier just to let y'all know like what was happening, with regards to the blogs. Now, Christian's baby mother, I hate calling people baby mama, but I don't know the lady's name. Now, she came out, y'all, and she was just dragging him. Now, I had put that clip up. Y'all check it out. But here's the deal, y'all. Evelyn and Jennifer had been going back and forth for some weeks now. But again, I didn't talk about it because I'm like, are we doing this again? I'm just over really Jennifer and Evelyn because it seems like they really don't have a real beef. It kind of seems like it's pretty much just faking for a storyline. But baby, when Christian baby mama stepped into it, I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about it. So let's kind of go back to what happened and then we can kind of get into the videos. So if y'all watch the show, and I'm just looking down because I got my little notes here. So if y'all watch the show, what Evelyn was pretty much, what she had an issue about is her husband. And I just want to throw that disclaimer out there too, because they said that she's not married. And we'll talk about that too, because allegedly there is no certificate or I guess whatever, they have to file before they get married. She never did it. So if y'all watch the episode too, she pretty much said that they're really not married. But anywho, Evelyn has a problem with Jennifer with regards to saying, hey, you married a scammer. And then Evelyn is going on to say, this guy scammed Carl's cousin. And I'm just like, girl, I don't know why you care. But anywho, Evelyn's gripe with Jennifer is like, girl, why are you married to him? And for me, I feel like Evelyn just really don't have a storyline because, I'm over Jennifer in this, who she decided to marry. If she say they married, I guess they married. So her and Evelyn kind of went back and forth. And Evelyn is like, Jennifer is like, girl, stop talking about my man. Stop talking about him. Now, I also learned, y'all, that this dude being investigated by the FBI. And we're going to get into that, honey. I'm just like, what is really going on? So he is being investigated by the FBI. Now it gets also crazy because Evelyn and Jennifer are going back and forth. And Jennifer says to Evelyn, I think you don't even like black women. Now she says this on a video that her and Christian did. And we're going to get into that. Now, Brooke Bailey. Now, y'all remember Brooke Bailey, who is no longer on the show. Brooke Bailey interjects and is like, Jennifer, you are pretty much, oops. I don't push. So she said, Jennifer, you are pretty much lying on Evelyn. And do y'all like see how everybody always trying to kiss Evelyn's ass? I'm so over that. Not sure why Brooke is in it, girl. They didn't even call you back. So you need to stay out of it. So we're going to get into that. And also, y'all, I want to get into 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿 because I found a video. Now, I know y'all not into the Diddy stuff. I figured it out. That's why I'm like, I'm not even finna talk about Diddy no more because listen, putting these videos together take time. And I'm like, they not concerned. So I don't really talk about Diddy at all. I did a live yesterday. It was like for 6 or 7 hours. I said, I'm not even doing it because that was a total waste of my time. But anywho, people been wondering about like what's going on with 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿 and Diddy. And I know it was speculation that, they were still in communication. And honestly, I guess if she want to be in communication with him, she can, right? Well, get this, y'all. I got a video and we gonna watch it of her, Janice Combs, which is, y'all know that's Diddy's mama. So she was hanging out with them. Was it yesterday, a couple of days ago? I don't remember the date, but I guess the twins has probably graduated from high school. I'm assuming because the twins were there. So it seems like from what I saw in that video is that 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿, she's still cool with Diddy. And I'm just saying this because y'all know his mama is not going to be hanging out with 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿 if he not still cool with her. So I was like, okay, I think maybe for, public, she probably just made, maybe made it seem like they wasn't, talking or whatever, but I don't know. But we gonna get into that video because I was like, okay, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿. So apparently 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿 is still in contact with Diddy. Because like I said, I wouldn't assume that she don't, she ain't messing with him, but yet she hanging out with his mama. Now, if y'all just came in, make sure y'all hit the like button and please y'all share the video. So let me kind of explain to y'all how the algorithm works with YouTube. When you do not go live, and y'all know I never go live. That's why I said I'm going to start doing it. You don't get a lot of views because it's kind of like, when you do videos are different. So although you may get views on your videos, when you do lives, it's kind of like starting over. That's why you see people either go live or they do videos. You don't really see people do both because different, like videos are different and lives are different and they kind of work different in the algorithm. So that's why you usually see people do the same thing. But I said, I'm going to start doing lives, but I need y'all to help me and make sure y'all sharing the video. So let's kind of get into, I think what I want to get into first, y'all, let's get into this investigation because that is, I didn't really show y'all that. So let's get into this FBI investigation. Now, I found this on Urban Bell, y'all. So let me share my screen here. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Okay, y'all can see it. Okay. So I found this on Urban Bell, and it says Jennifer Williams' husband has more legal issues and he's under investigation by the FBI, y'all. Now, people, the plaintiff, the people who suing him, now they accuse her husband, Christian Walden, of fraud. And allegedly he's trying to change his name. And they're saying, no, we don't want him to change his name because he, I guess, frauded these people. This is crazy to me, And then on top of this, baby mama talking about he owed child support. I'm like, this is crazy. So let's get into it. Jennifer Williams' husband, Christian Walden, still fights former clients in court. Now, this is reported by Urban Bell. Okay, it says a lawsuit was filed against Christian earlier this year. They accused Christian of running a Ponzi scheme and stealing over $120,000. They allege Christian's actions violate the Georgia RICO Act. What? Which includes allegations of fraud, embezzlement, and racketeering. They trying to take everybody down for RICO, huh? It says the lawsuit filed in, so this was filed in February, features 20 of the alleged 150 clients Christian had. A few of these clients are now interfering with other legal proceedings for Christian. This includes Christian attempting to change his last name from Walden to Gold. They also reveal in various court documents that Christian is under investigation by the FBI. In October of 2024, Christian filed paperwork in Cobb County, Georgia, courts to change his name, his last name legally. This is usually a straightforward process that takes a few weeks to complete. However, for Christian, this won't be the case. It says in February of this year, 5 of the plaintiffs filed petitions challenging Christian's name change. So with regards to, if somebody sue you, obviously it's going to be under your name. By him changing his name, it's kind of like he would be evading these suits. So it looks like they're challenging his petition to change his name. In one of the letters filed in Cobb County courts on the case, the plaintiff claimed Christian scammed them out of thousands of dollars. They fear Christian changing his name will hurt their chances of holding him accountable. And that's kind of what I said. It's also revealed that the federal government is looking into these allegations. Ha, ha, ha. That is crazy. Y'all, but look at this. Okay, let me go back up. Wait a minute. His activities has raised concern across multiple jurisdictions, resulting in a federal investigation into his practices, which appear to be targeting individuals nationwide. Additionally, Mr. Walden remains on probation. Another plaintiff claims his appearances on Basketball Wives help Christian target victims nationally. Wow. Christian Walden promised his investors a guaranteed return of 2 to 3 profits daily and big payouts for those who invested a significant amount of money in the beginning, a promise that has led to significant financial loss for myself and other investors. I believe Mr. Walden has been targeting nationwide, being he is now on the show, the Basketball Wives show, which has impacted me and several other victims financially. Y'all, look, they have letters. Each plaintiff objecting to the name change wants the judge to deny it, as the lawsuit filed in Cobb County is open and the FBI is investigating him. Previously, it was reported that the victims reached out to the FBI. Currently, neither Christian nor his attorney has filed any response to the petitions from his plaintiff's name change. And, now he got a fraud lawsuit. Y'all, ain't that crazy? What is really going on? But look, they have the letters here. So look, these are the letters that these people wrote. I said, what? Now let me reshare. Oh, y'all can see it. Okay, good. So y'all look at the letter. So these are letters that these individuals wrote to the judge. The name is blotted out. It says, my name is, I don't know who the name is, and I'm writing to respectfully request that this court deny the name objection because Mr. Walden has scammed me out of thousands of dollars and avoided service. So what this person means, y'all, when they say avoid service, if you sue somebody, you actually have to serve them. Like you got to serve them to, the notice to say, hey, I'm trying to take you to court. So that's what they're saying. So he avoided service. Now it says to allow a name change in the midst of litigation will only make it more difficult for victims like myself to obtain justice, which is true. If he changed the name, then they would have to start all over. His activities has raised concern across multiple jurisdictions, resulting in a federal investigation into his practices, which appear to be targeting individuals nationwide. Additionally, Mr. Walden remains on probation. I'm deeply concerned that a name change will allow Mr. Walden to avoid the accountability associated with his previous conduct, potentially granting him a fresh start that could enable him to continue defrauding unsuspecting individuals. By altering his name, Mr. Walden may more easily gain the trust of others and resume his harmful activities under a new identity, perpetrating further financial harm to the public. For these reasons, I respectfully ask the court to consider the risks associated with allowing this name change. Petition while a federal investigation is ongoing and while Mr. Walden remains on probation. So y'all, they are not playing. Now let's see what the next person says. Let's go into, wait, let me get back there. I think I got to go back somehow. Okay, give me a second here. So that's the first letter, but look, it's a total of 5 letters here. So the second one, let me see if y'all can see. Yeah, y'all can see. Okay, now this one, obviously it does not list whoever their name is. It says, Dear Judge Jacobs, my name is, and I'm writing to request that the court deny the petition for the name change submitted by Christian Golden. I and other investors have been victims of Mr. Walden's investment firm. Christian Walden has made claims of being licensed, bonded, and insured, wanting individuals like myself wanting individuals like myself to invest in his investment firm, Gold Reverse Fund Liquid Assets Automation. Christian Walden promised his investors a guaranteed return of 2 to 3% profits daily and big payouts for those who invested a significant amount of money in the beginning, a promise that has led to significant financial loss for myself and other investors. I believe Mr. Walden has been targeting individuals nationwide. Why does these letters seem like they were written by the same person? It just seems like when I read this, it's too much of a similarity. It seems like somebody wrote this. It seemed like this is letter 2. Seemed like whoever wrote letter 1 must have wrote letter 2 because they're very similar. I believe Mr. Walden has been targeting individuals nationwide, being he is on the show on Basketball Wives, which has impacted me and several other victims financially due to his possible fraudulent activities, have raised many concerns to investors and authority, resulting in an FBI investigation to his companies and business practices. Additionally, Mr. Walden seems to not like following the rules and regulations of the law, and he is currently on probation. I'm concerned that a name change will allow Mr. Walden to avoid the accountability associated with his current and previous conduct. I feel granting Christian Walden a fresh start could enable him to continue defrauding innocent individuals who may not be able to speak or act or getting justice due to the financial loss. By changing his name, I believe Mr. Walden will gain trust of others and will continue financial harm to the public under his new identity. I am respectfully requesting that this court deny the name objection because Mr. Walden has scammed me out of thousands of dollars and avoiding service. To allow a name change in the midst of litigation would only make it more difficult for the victims like myself. All of these letters seem like they were written by the same person. I just want to look at letter 3 because this letter is seeming very much like the first one. Let's see what this is saying. Okay, so this is another letter. This is letter number 3, y'all, that was written to the judge. Of course, I don't know who the name is. And they're saying, I respectfully request that the court deny the petition for the name change submitted by Christian Walden. Since 2022, my husband and I, with numerous others, have been victims of Mr. Walden's purported investment firm. Under this disguise, he has claimed to act as an investor, offering returns of 2 to 3% profits daily, a promise that has led to significant financial loss for myself and others. His activities has raised concern across multiple jurisdictions, resulting in a federal investigation into his practices, which appear to be targeting individuals nationwide. Additionally, Mr. Walden remains on probation. This letter seems like it was written by the same person because I can just see the similarities. I'm deeply concerned that a name change will allow Mr. Walden to avoid accountability. Okay, so it seems like one person. I don't know. These letters seem very, very similar. I'm just going to look at number 4. All right, so we're not going to go into all of these because they're very much similar and crazy. Hey, chat. So these are all the letters that were written by various people with regards to Jennifer's man. Now, it's a total, y'all, of 5 letters. Now, I don't know who the hell wrote these letters, but I feel like maybe an attorney is representing them, and maybe somebody wrote those letters because those letters are very similar. Generally, when people write letters, they're not that similar. So it just seems like somebody wrote those. But next, y'all, let's get into his baby mama, because that is what made me like, oh, we talking about this, because one thing I don't like, y'all, is a deadbeat. Take care of your kids. You know, some men will, they're not with the lady no more. And then, they just, treat their kids like trash. And I just didn't like that. So let's get into it, because why this man ain't taking care of his kids? Take care of your children. Hi, Sydney Dennis. Y'all make sure y'all liking the video. All right, so let's get into this, y'all.
The issue with people is that you think that you can go into somebody's house, build a relationship, get close to those people, and then walk the fuck out and throw a grenade in that bitch and light it on fire. And then you turn around and look back like you did nothing. You take no responsibility for what you've done to cause chaos in people's lives. That's my issue that I have. Because if we really want to talk about it, we have receipts, text messages, conversations showing where you have disrupted the peace in people's homes. That's why you owe people money. You owe your own children money. You owe your own children so much back pay because you don't take responsibility for what you're supposed to do as a father, as a businessman. That's why we're speaking up. So y'all can give 0 fucks all you want. So get ready. Because yes, I am mama. I am taking care of these babies. And guess what? I want you to live your best life. Do what you want to do. Travel, see the world, live your best life. But stop causing chaos in other people's lives and not taking responsibility for what you have to do to fix it. Fix it. Stop not paying people back. Stop ignoring the fact that you owe child support. Stop pretending like, oh, life is so grand and we're rich and we have all this money and we're just living our best lives and we don't care what we're doing to everybody else. We're just just everybody. We're living our best life. Okay, keep living your best life. But guess what? We're coming for you. We're coming for you because you still owe money. You still need to take responsibility. And if you don't want to do it, we're going to make you.
This is draining. Thank you for everybody checking in on me. Public service announcement. This is draining. I have tirelessly been trying to protect my children for the past few years since this man decided that he was going to make certain decisions and not consider how those things were going to affect the people around him. I mean, and the crazy thing is your children are getting pulled into something and you don't even really want to be their father. You don't check on them. Your kids have been in the hospital. They've been sick. I've heard nothing. Received nothing. Got any type of support for your kids from you. But yet, we do get mentions on TV shows and social media posts. Children are being affected by decisions that adults are making. Toddlers.
My issue with people.
And y'all know what? That right there just goes to show that this dude ain't SHIT. Like, come on now. And you know what? It makes you think, Jennifer, what the hell? What you marry him for? And then it goes to my next point. Now, I know I had saw a bunch of videos, and this was like right after they had gotten married. And what they were saying is that there's no marriage certificate. So this is what they did, y'all. They had a ceremony. They are not legally married. So that is a ceremony that they had. They're not legally married. Now, I saw a bunch of videos on this before, but I didn't really pay it no mind. But I guess Evelyn has done the same thing with regards to researching Jennifer's marriage certificate. Because y'all know a ceremony doesn't mean that you're married. That's just a celebration. You don't even have to have a ceremony to be married. You can literally go, to a courthouse and get married. But people have been saying that there's no marriage certificate on file. Now, if y'all watched Basketball Wives, just this last episode, Jennifer was having a conversation with Brandy, who is highly irritating this season. Well, I'm just saying now she's very irritating because it seems like Brandy is just kissing up to Evelyn. Well, what Brandy said to Jennifer is like, girl, you're not married for real. What Jennifer said is we were going to have something in Vegas, she said, to make it official. But what ended up happening is Christian got in, whatever trouble that he got in. So I don't believe Jennifer is legally married to him because keeping, if y'all think about it, once you marry a person, now their issues really become yours. So with this, the baby mother saying he owes all this money in child support, honey, she can go after Jennifer, I guess. Now, what I want to get into next is, let's see here. Let's get into, that's a good question. Just from the ladies live, it seems like he doesn't have any communication with her. So, if you think about it, if he's not paying child support, he's not seeing the kids, she probably has no way to contact him. And for me, everybody, think different. Like, if it was my kids and you wasn't taking care of them, I'm not going to waste my voice calling you to tell you nothing, because I feel like, if you love your kids, you show that by, spending time, providing, for the things that they need. So that's a good question. I don't know, but judging from, that she had to come online and tell us, she probably don't even have no communication with them. That's just my thoughts. I could be wrong. But people were also saying in the comments that where she come from now? What made her come out now? And I'm just like, do it matter? Like, what made the lady come out now? If the man is a deadbeat, he a deadbeat. So regardless to when she came out, but people were like saying, they were saying that Evelyn probably had something to do with it. And I was like, okay, Evelyn probably, told her, hey, do a lot. I don't know. But at the end of the day, if the man didn't pay child support, I'm just like, it don't really matter when, she decides to tell it. If he has not been paying his child support and he a deadbeat, it's on her as to when she want to start telling the story, because I just don't have no love, for no man that's going to sit up there and not take care of their own kids. Like that's just a no-no to me. And even in the situation where, some guys would be like, oh, it's the mother and this, that. Nobody wants to hear that either. Dude, if you owe child support, then you are just clearly you a terrible person. But also, like I said, people were saying that maybe Evelyn had something to do with it. And what I had been seeing online is they had been going back and forth. Now, it started with the scene where Evelyn was like pressing her, like, yeah, your man stole from, Carl. Now, Carl is her youngest son's father. So what she was telling Jennifer is Christian stole money from this lady. But what she really means is the lady gave Christian money to invest, and however that went, I don't know. But later then Jennifer went on to, her and Christian has a YouTube channel, honey. And this is what she said.
Evelyn really has something against Black women. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there because I feel like every season she is trying to go in on a Black woman. And that's just real. You're trying to bring a Black woman down. You're trying to bring a Black man down. Like, cut it out. It might be Evelyn really has something against Black women. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there because I feel like every season she is trying to go in on a Black woman.
Y'all, look, I feel like Jennifer was high. She seemed like she is so very tipsy. So Jennifer, she did that particular live on her and Christian's YouTube channel. And I thought this was kind of crazy too, because y'all know, what's her name? Brooke is no longer on the show. So girl, they didn't even invite you back, right? So if they didn't even invite you back, girl, you ain't even getting paid. Anything you say, you just saying at this point, girl, because they ain't even paying you for it. So after Jennifer said that Evelyn don't like Black women, I mean, Evelyn is, she a mess. This is what Brooke had to say. And I'm just like, girl, I don't even know why you are talking for free because you ain't even getting paid. So this is what Brooke said. I really hate this. I hear your concerns, and I want to be clear. This isn't about hate or racism. Why is Brooke even saying anything? Girl, you are not on the show. Accusations like that are serious, and they shouldn't be used to deflect from real issues that deserve honest conversation. I stand for respect across all communities, including Black women. The entire cast is Black, besides Evelyn. And if there's a specific issue to address, let's talk about it directly and constructively. Unity means listening and being accountable, not tearing each other down, which I thought was crazy, girl. That's all y'all do is tear, each other down. And I believe people have said, maybe, Evelyn is a little racist because, she had been calling people, little racist names in the past. Now, I'm just saying. Now, Brooke is saying you decided to carry it out. And in my opinion, you're allowing people to put the battery in your back to push a narrative that isn't true. I'm disappointed. This is sad, Jennifer Williams. Why is Brooke working for free, girl? You is not getting paid for this. You were once a concerned friend to Ev, and voicing your opinion about her relationship without production pushing the narrative. This woman is not a racist. The world knows why she was concerned about you, and those aren't false allegations. Stop the madness. So here's my deal. I honestly don't believe that Evelyn is genuinely concerned about Jennifer. I just don't, because this Christian storyline, I am really so over it. I'm really over it. And the fact that Evelyn, this like your third time or your third season with this, you mad at Jennifer stuff. So I'm just like, girl, I'm over it. Evelyn and Jennifer, I'm over it. So what ended up happening then is after, Brooke had posted her reply, which I'm still like, don't understand why Brooke has anything to do with it, considering she ain't even on the damn show. Girl, you ain't on the show. Evelyn came back and posted more receipts. And I'm just like, this is how you can kind of tell that this is given, you know, this is what Evelyn is using for her storyline. So she posts these, you know, these text messages that she sent to Jennifer. So if you look at the messages, they're from July 30th. Now, this is what she said. She said, if you're up to it, I will call you tomorrow to explain what that conversation was with the private eye. And it was off camera. Now, if y'all remember last season, we ended up hearing the audio of Evelyn trying to do a background check on Christian. So what Evelyn is now doing, explaining to Jennifer what it was that we heard. She said, they basically forced me today to have an opinion about you and your relationship, which all season I told them I didn't want to because I didn't want it to create drama between us. She said, I will be emailing tomorrow. Have a safe flight, and I'm sorry if that was hurtful. Girl, whatever. Okay, so this is Evelyn on July 30th. Now, for some reason, what she's saying is Jennifer never ever said anything. I guess Jennifer never replied. So if you guys can look on September 6th, you know, Evelyn sent another message. She said, hi, Jen. I wanted to reach out to you privately again, even though you didn't respond to my last message since we filmed the reunion. Because remember, after Jennifer heard Evelyn talking crazy about, at this time, her and Christian was dating, but they said they was going to get married. She sent, you know, Jennifer the first message. Now she like, girl, you know, I sent you a message. You didn't reply. So Evelyn goes on to say, I love you, and I hope and pray this doesn't upset you more, but I'm genuinely worried about you. I've known you for a long time, and I feel like what's happening in your life right now is what's happening in your life right now is God's will, because he is protecting you, my friend. Now, what Evelyn is referring to, y'all, Christian went to jail. So she's telling she's telling Jennifer, I feel like what's happening to you is a sign from God. Girl, because if y'all remember, Christian, you know, so he ended up getting locked up because he traveled without giving his probation officer a notice. He didn't get permission. She said, please don't ignore the signs he's giving you. I pray that you reconsider moving forward with the legal marriage. Don't bind yourself in this way. You are worth so much more than this situation. Who cares about public opinion? You still have the chance to step back and take your time with this. I love you, and I'm here for you if you need to talk. This has nothing to do with the show. Just please think about it. Well, girl, it has something to do with the show because you showing it to us, okay? Then she goes at the bottom, crazy how the same people spreading lies are the ones I show love to. Have somebody ever text y'all about like something, or they're texting to kind of make it seem like they care about you, but really they just being nosy? That is what the hell Evelyn did. Evelyn was not concerned about this girl. Y'all ain't been friends for years. And I mean, I don't believe it for one bit. I just feel like Evelyn is prying. I don't feel like they really have a relationship at this point, because if y'all did, or even if Evelyn was, to me, trying to have a relationship with Jennifer, girl, you know, posting these screenshots ain't really gonna do nothing. And I don't feel like it was genuine at all. I just really don't. Now, y'all, what really got me laughing is because, you know, Jennifer at this point is really tired of Evelyn. She, as y'all can see, she didn't really respond. Well, she didn't respond to Evelyn's message at all. So she didn't even respond. And then I want y'all to see this. This is how Jennifer is like paying this lady dust. Jennifer is not even responding to Evelyn. Look at this. Evelyn done sent all these messages to her damn self because Jennifer is not responding. Like she done, look at all these messages. She says, yeah, I had been married. Oh, let me go back, y'all, because I'm skipping something. So let's get into this because this is gonna make sense. Okay, so for this message right here, Jennifer actually was out and she happened to see Devon. Now, if y'all don't remember Devon, Devon is the man that Evelyn supposedly was going to marry, which I never ever believed it. So she said she was going to marry him, but then decided it wasn't going to work. I guess the dude didn't have enough money for the hoe because then she say she wasn't ready, girl, whatever. So Jennifer and Christian must have ran into this guy. But what Jennifer said is wherever they was, I guess it was a restaurant, Devon was actually proposing to another lady. Obviously, he with somebody else. He wanted to get married. Honey, he done found somebody else. Good for him. But anywho, look at what Jennifer did. Now, Jennifer is being shady, and I love it for Jennifer because they forever trying to drag her. So I like that Jennifer is really standing up for herself. So Jennifer says, hashtag dodge the bullet. Y'all know she's talking about Evelyn. Hashtag dodge a bullet. And you see he's standing next to her husband, if that's what you want to call him. So this is what Jennifer says. She says, congrats on your engagement at Lavon Lewis. So crazy how God works that we happen to be in the same restaurant when you were proposing, wishing you and your beautiful fiance a lifetime of bliss. So y'all know Jennifer was being shady. Like I said, I love it for Jennifer because Jennifer has been getting dragged, and Jennifer is like, I am sick of these hoes. But look, Evelyn didn't like that because this is what Evelyn said. Evelyn is like, okay. She said last post. Now she's saying last post because she been posting, and Jennifer been paying her dust. She said last post on this, LOL, to try and ruin someone's happy engagement by dragging it into this basketball wives goofy SHIT is dirty work. But don't worry, karma's coming, stank breath. So this is so childish. But so this is another thing I want to show y'all. So I kind of skipped some stuff because I needed to get my point out. But let me just show y'all how Jennifer is really, really paying Evelyn. Like, she paying her dust. So let me just show y'all something, because Evelyn been tweeting to herself because Jennifer has not even been paying her no damn attention. So look at all this. She's just tweeting stuff, just out there saying stuff. Jennifer has not responded to any of this. So Jennifer is like, look, okay, this is my time to be shady, when she saw, Evelyn's ex-boyfriend or whatever. So here's Evelyn. Yeah, I may have been married for a short time, but I love the she said, but I love the stepkids, meaning 𝐿𝐻𝐿, because that was the only person she was married to for 3 hours. She said, God placed in my life. Where are yours? While you were out chomping on lab-made carrots, his kids, ages 3 and 4, were living in an Airbnb. You're right. We're not the same, and we will never be. You're a bum in real life, not just on TV. So it's interesting that, Evelyn knows how old these children are, because people like, Evelyn, girl, you reached out to that girl so she can say something about, how this dude is a deadbeat. Because I'm like, how Evelyn know how old these kids are? So again, Evelyn is constantly on here. She says, Jen, since you want to chomp, your man's stepkids would like to eat too. Have you checked on them, given them a bath, cooked for them, read them a bedtime story? Didn't think so. You're a bum in real life, not just on the screen. And she keeps hashtagging basketball wives. So I'm just like, girl, this is giving the show, okay? She says, since you want to bring up my ex, let's talk about your man's ex. She's still waiting on her child support. Your man has court in Cobb County on June the 4th. He's already skipped 2 hearings. Hashtag basketball wives. Evelyn goes on, Jen, let me help you find the ex's child support case since you brought up my ex. So she done put the child support link child in here. We're going to have to click on it. Well, I can't click on it, but I wonder if I can. I'm going to probably type it in the search to see what I can bring up. She says, click on civil search. Oh my gosh, she even gave us the instructions. It says, click on civil search if you need help. I'm gonna have to look that up. She says, yes, 3 associations and 3 men who worked and paid taxes, unlike yours. You've got standards for the clothes you wear, but not the DICK. You suck. What y'all saying in the chat? Because I'm just like, these girls is doing too much. Course will ask her about whether she made any efforts to contact. Hey, I may not like everything about Evelyn, but no one will ever say she is a bad mother. Yeah, I don't think that. I will not take that from her. Evelyn, a real one to call that out. Yeah, but I don't think Evelyn is being genuine though. I think she's just doing this because she don't have nothing else to talk about. I don't think that she's really, really concerned. I just think that is giving, girl, I'm just gonna drag you because I really don't have nothing to talk about. And in all honesty, I mean, if y'all really think about this, what type of person is Jennifer? I mean, if you are with a man who, who owed child support, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. It just goes to show, Jennifer's personality and really what type of person she is. Because, girl, if this dude left his, this is crazy. This is just crazy. And then, Evelyn is saying that, they didn't have nowhere to live or whatever the case was. I mean, as a father, you need to be providing for your kids. Nobody wants to hear you don't like the baby mama or none of that. I can't stand when guys say that. If I meet somebody and they start telling me, listen, you're going to be blocked. So, yeah, I'm about to see if I can put this in. I want to see if I can put this. This is a long, I want to see if I can put this in the, no, I'm probably gonna look it up later because I don't want to lose my live here. But another thing, y'all, why? Okay, so let me so I ended up finding, and I don't even know how I came across this, y'all. So, the twins, I want to say, I know I saw a picture of the twin girls. And when I say twin girls, I mean Diddy's daughters. I had saw them with their grandma like at a dinner or something. So I'm thinking that they graduated is really what I'm thinking. I know I had also saw something of them at and I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna share this with y'all. Just give me a second. I know I had saw, the picture of them actually going to prom. I'm sorry, going to prom. But this is, let me show y'all what I ended up finding online. Wait a minute. I just came across this. So this is, can y'all see? All right, so I found this online. So this is like a picture of them. I know if y'all can see, can y'all see like the grandmother right there? And I'm just, if y'all can pay attention to what she has on, because the next picture I'm gonna show y'all, when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, they're going out to dinner. But then somebody brought up a picture and was like, oh, that's yungmiami, she with them. So I was like, okay, but let me see if I can find it. Okay, so here we go. Here is yungmiami right here. And if y'all can see, I may have to, let me see. See, if y'all can see, you see that's his mother, and his mother is wearing the same outfit. So that's how you know this was that same day. So I believe it maybe was like a dinner or something, maybe for the, the twins, because as you can see, she's wearing that same outfit. You see Justin. I don't know if I see the other, but yeah, there go King, a Christian, but I see Justin. But that's yungmiami. And so when I saw that, y'all, I was like, wait a minute. So yungmiami, she's still cool with them, because I didn't know what to expect. But then we also see, I think it's one where yungmiami is getting out of the car. Okay, there go yungmiami getting out of the car, which y'all can see she's wearing that same outfit, so this would have all been that same day. So this is yungmiami right here. She getting out of the car or whatever. And it says yungmiami is spotted in Miami Beach, Florida. But then I think the other picture was like she hanging out with them. But I mean, they were together. And I believe the girls, you know, they graduated. Oops, can't play that. Yeah, so that's 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐷𝐼, y'all. They are. Diddy's daughters look just like their mother. I hope they're not in training. Oh. Yep. So she was hanging with them. And like I said, I think, you know, that was some I think that was a dinner for the girls, the twins, because, you know, I would think, you know, if yungmiami is hanging out with their like their grandma, you know, with the girls, then it has to be some event, because you can see, you know, their other sister there. I know I saw Christian, and I know I saw Justin. Now I didn't see nobody else, but I mean, that doesn't mean that, you know, that they not there. We just, you know, we can't see them. So those are the twins. Yes, the girls are beautiful. I mean, one thing, you know, it seems that he is a good father. I mean, he seemed to be a horrible person, but for some reason, you know, it seemed like he can turn off being a horrible person, but be a better father, I guess. I don't know. The man need help, because at the end of the day, you know, Diddy, you know, something ain't right with him. Something just ain't right. I just, it's too much. It's definitely, let me make sure y'all, I didn't miss nothing here. Nope, I think I got everything. But I really want to check. They are so pretty. I really hate it though, you know, everything that has happened. Because just, if y'all really think about it, they, you know, if he go to prison, I don't know how it's gonna go. Like, look at those girls. Like, that means that they have lost their mom and their father. That means they just gonna be out here in the world by themselves. That is so terrible. That's so terrible. But yes, they are beautiful. They are. I hate it for them though. The kids catch Diddy when he is on the opposite side. Yeah, something wrong with him though. Something is wrong with that dude. Like, something mentally is off with him. I mean, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. That whole trial is so toxic and it's traumatizing for somebody who ain't never went through it. And just reading that shit, it's like, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I don't even know. But there's something else I want to share with y'all. Let me share with y'all this. I think Kim's oldest son will continue to take care of them. You said Kim's? Oh, who is Kim? Oh, you're saying Christian. Okay. I guess, but I believe the girls, Diddy's daughters, they are staying with like a close family friend, if I'm correct. Because if y'all remember, when Diddy turned himself in, they said that he left them in the hands of, I guess, somebody he trusted. Because y'all got to understand, sometimes you can trust people outside of your family more than you trust people in your family. So from what I heard, you know, he had left them with somebody, you know, in the family. Y'all make sure you all are hitting the like button. Have y'all hit the like button? If y'all hit the like button, can you put a 1 in the chat? I need y'all to make sure y'all hitting the like button. No, it's not. I can't remember, but it is not 𝐾𝐸 Simmons. I know let me see if I can find it. It's somebody, but it's not her. I cannot remember. It's not 𝐾𝐸. It's I can't remember the lady's name, but whoever this person is. Okay, her name is LaWanda. She's a close friend and lifelong friend of Kim Porter. So whoever LaWanda is, thank y'all for hitting the like button. So he left the kids with somebody named LaWanda. I guess she goes by the name of Lala. And this person is supposedly a really good friend. Well, she was a good friend to Kim, but the girls is not with his mama. And like I said, sometimes, honey, you know, you would, you know, be better off leaving your family with somebody else. Now, this is what I wanted to share with y'all. So I've been trying to find something fun to do. You know, it is It's the summer. And we had come up with my brother. He has a YouTube channel. I got to get his dang on it. YouTube. I can't even remember. So what we're doing is we want to do a matching. So I told him that so if you guys are looking to find love, I want you guys to send an email to, let me make it big because I just created this email address. Send an email to findmymate2025@yahoo.com. And what you need to do is you need to write down, what are you looking for in a mate? Now be descriptive. Please don't send 3 pages of nothing. Don't waste your time. So what are you looking for in a mate? Okay. Now, if you have some things that are non-negotiables, list all things that are no-go. Like for me, I don't like people that smoke cigarettes. I really don't like you to drink alcohol. Like some things are non-negotiable. So what are your non-negotiables? Now, number 3 is going to be, will you entertain a long distance relationship? And that's going to be important because if you live, let's say in Chicago, and you're not interested in anybody other than somebody that lives in Chicago, you need to let us know. Okay. So write that down. Now, also, can your person have children? Please let us know. So if you are interested, please make sure y'all get that email address and send your email. Just answer 1 through 4. And that's pretty much it. So what we're going to do is we're going to collect these. Okay, that's fine. Because once you send it to me, I'll have your email address. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to take these, and he's going to be like talking to the men. And even if this is not like only women can send it. So we're both doing it. So he's going to be looking for people he know. And what we're going to do is we're going to like match people up. And then what we're going to do is we'll have y'all come on to the show, and then y'all kind of talk about different things, and then we'll see how we can, sponsor a date or something. So I thought that was fun because I'm like, I want to do something fun. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys can like, comment, and share, that would be great. But look, if y'all looking to find y'all a little mate, a little friend, now I don't know what y'all want to call it, make sure y'all send your information. And let me put it in here. I'm going to put it in here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy and paste it. Give me a second. I'm going to copy and paste it in the chat for y'all. Some of y'all probably on your cell phones, but here's the criteria. You want to, what I do with my mouse? Okay. So let me make sure I put it in there. I got my mouse right here. Okay. So I got it on there. So here is what you all want to include when you send in your response. I'm going to put it in the chat because I know some of y'all be on y'all cell phones. I'm actually on my computer, but I know I be on my cell phone a lot. But here is the criteria. All right, so here we go. So like I said, if y'all interested, go ahead, send your criteria. Now, my next question is, how is this time for y'all? Like, is this time okay? 6:45? How does that work? If this time is okay and this works for y'all, could y'all put another 1 in the chat? If this time works, could you put a 1 in the chat? Let me know if the time works. If not, then if you don't say nothing, I'm gonna still think that it's okay. So does this time work for everybody? Let me see what y'all, I'm gonna read the chat right now, y'all. Oh, and hey, Rashonda, I know I didn't say hi. I was trying to get through my little stuff. Angela, Tasha T, Harper, hello, Sydney Dennis. Supposed to be paying. Oh, somebody said, I wonder how much he's supposed to be paying. Probably nothing, because you know how these bums do, try to say they don't have no income. Just nasty and filthy. See, I don't even like him now for that. I don't like stuff like that. Take care of your kids. Evelyn wanted to be a PI. She knows how to find her. Yeah, Evelyn needs to find her on that, I don't know. Because her daughter got a baby by, what's his name? The Game. Okay, good. So this worked for y'all. Is this open to all purposes? So look, I'm glad you said that. So I did not want to get too much into, can they be white? Can they be black? Because I mean, I guess if the person has to be white or black, then that's gonna be y'all non-negotiables. You know what I mean? So just put that in there. I didn't want to get too much into being like, okay, how much money? Because I'm just like, you can go on and on. So I would say if you have a preference, yes, you need to say, they got to be black, or I don't date black people. I don't know what your preference is. Yes, that's what I said. It sounds fun. Now, here's the deal, and I'm glad you said that. Now, if you need to see a picture, I would say put that in y'all non-negotiables. What I didn't want to do is get too detailed, because have y'all ever met somebody that they didn't look exactly how you may have wanted them to look, but you like them, you like their conversation and things like that? So you're like, okay, you ain't maybe the prettiest thing, but I like you because I like, I like your personality. So I didn't really want to get into that, with regards to, how the person looked, because we ain't finna be talking to nobody that look too crazy. You know what I mean? You ain't finna have tattoos on your face, because I'm finna be like, are you okay? So, but I would say if you have something that you'd be like, I absolutely wouldn't be able to, then put that on there. So that's what I would say. See, I'm in Georgia, and I'm finna be honest with y'all. Even the white dudes be fine. Like, so I don't know. Like, y'all put it, and then again, so SNK, you said age limit to enter. If you have an age limit, like me, I'm not gonna be talking to nobody in their 20s. So yeah, I would say whatever your non-negotiables is, put that on there, because if you don't put it on there, I guess they just got to be 18 then. So yeah, I thought that would be fun. My friend has that issue, and I'm trying to get her to look at the heart. Yeah, I don't, listen, I don't have time to be like, every little thing, I really can't talk to nobody with messed up teeth. Now, your teeth got to be straight, but I don't want to get into, you gotta be, when you get to a certain age, some of that stuff really don't matter. You know what I mean? As long as they ain't too ugly, right? But yeah, y'all go ahead and, if you interested, submit your information, because I want to have some fun. I was like, we need to do something that's fun. I love your channel. You always keep it 100. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, if y'all interested, go ahead, submit your stuff. And like I said, my brother, he's doing it as well. So we're gonna kind of do it together, and then we're gonna share the information, and we'll kind of, whoever submit, then I'll just reach back out and say, hey. And like I said, if you one of those people that be like, I got to see a picture first, put that on there, because otherwise I'm not gonna know. Not like, I'm not gonna look like, if you guys email, I'm not gonna look at it and be like, oh, well, I wonder if. You got to really say what it is you're looking for, because otherwise we just gonna go with what you put on there. We got to prove Kevin Samuels wrong about the leftover comments. What did he say about left? I couldn't. So here's the deal. I only saw Kevin Samuels content when it came down social media, because what I do, I think some of his stuff would have been better had he would have had a better delivery. I didn't like his delivery. I didn't like some of the stuff he said, but I think if he had a better delivery, it wouldn't have been so bad. So I don't really know much about him, because I really didn't watch his stuff. So I really can't even tell you. I really can't tell you. Okay, I wonder if I can put it on here. Okay, there go the email address. I put it right there, y'all. I also put it in the chat. So who are y'all got any questions? Yeah, somebody said I only saw it. Yeah, I some stuff I'm not even gonna try to watch. When he was on there. You know what I didn't also like about Kevin Samuels? When the women would call in and they would be like, rate me, or tell me how I look, and I'm just like, what? Why are they calling a stranger asking somebody to tell? So I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I couldn't even watch it because I thought it was kind of crazy that a grown-up was asking a stranger to tell him how they look. All right, y'all. He said women over. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see what he said. He said women over 13 are no longer contenders. Oh, yeah. You are so right. Yeah. And how old was he? And he wasn't even married. And you know what? You got to watch what you say out your mouth, because you went like that on some lady that you had just met. Now, you got to be careful for the shit that you say that come out your mouth. All right, y'all. So we're going to be here tomorrow, same time, same place. If y'all don't have any more questions, make sure y'all submit y'all criteria so we can just have some fun. And I'll see y'all.
She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.